The following program is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and participants and not necessarily those of Brewer Media. Welcome to PEP Talk. Everyone needs one. With Lerone Coach Jennings and Brian Smith discussing Chattanooga from the city to the community you live in, featuring action plays, justifiable results, and keys to success. Brought to you by the City of Chattanooga Department of Youth and Family Development, creating ways for everyone to help parent the city. And now your host, Coach Lerone Jennings and Brian Smith.
All right. Hello, Chattanooga. Welcome to PEP Talk. Everybody needs one. Thanks for tuning in with us. We're glad you're taking time out of your busy schedule to chat with us here at PEP Talk. I'm Lerone Coach Jennings and my co-host, Brian Smith. We enjoy coming into your homes and your cars and wherever you are listening, your internet, computers. We just enjoy sharing with you the things that we're blessed with and how we can encourage you. No matter what you're going through, what you're dealing with, everybody needs a pep talk. Life deals us some tough blows sometimes, and every now and then we need to call a timeout in the game of life and get a pep talk from the coach. So we're here to encourage you, and as we prepare to approach 2014, got another year coming up on us, Brian. Where did it go?
I know, it's hard to believe that it's 2014. I hope everyone had themselves a wonderful holiday, and Coach, I hope you did as well. I know we had a great show last week that was filled with music. This one's going to have a little bit more in the way of fitness involved with it, because we're talking about one of the main goals for 2014, of course, with everyone is losing weight and, of course, feeling great. And we've got some great programs that we're going to talk about this evening. In our first segment, we're going to have Robert Maddox, who's with the City of Chattanooga's child care facilities. He's a fitness director, and I was telling him earlier, one of the only ones that I know of a child care facility that has their very own fitness director. We'll talk about some of the programs he instills. Also, we have Monica Burke, who is joining us. She represents the East Chattanooga Health Improvement Program, which is an outstanding fitness and fellowship program with numerous classes that take place at Avondale Center as well as Carver Center. And a little bit later, we're going to have Elaine Adams with our Therapeutic Recreation Division. She's got plenty of opportunities, whether it's high adventure outdoors or just social clubs for all abilities. Great division in our department. We're looking forward to sitting down and talking with her. And a little bit later on, our quarterback for PEP Talk this evening is going to be Peggy Grall, who is our Aquatics director. We're talking about some swim lessons. We have some great water fitness programs, and she's also has a young man who has learned to swim, went all the way through the ranks, and now works as one of our lifeguards here in the city of Chattanooga. So outstanding pep talk for everyone tonight. As always, our number, if you want to call in, talk about some of the great things happening in your area, is 642-9393. So an outstanding show here tonight, Coach. And as I was mentioning, I sent out a tweet earlier today. I was already starting to sweat a little bit thinking about this show here. Not because I was nervous, but because I thought, oh, my goodness, they're going to put us to work here with fitness.
Well, we all can use a little bit of exercise and think about wellness. No, not just kicking off the new year, but year-round. So we got some folk that's going to help us do that. Get in the groove, stay in the groove, or get back in the groove. Wherever you are on the treadmill, we want to keep you going, okay?
All right, we're going to kick it off with Coach's opening play.
And now it's time for Coach Jennings' opening play.
All right, Chattanooga, when we think about the opening play for the day, one of the things that always helps me stay grounded is no matter how high you rise or how low you fall or anywhere in between, you want to stay humble. Keep a humble spirit. Stay grounded in the sense that whatever successes you experience, don't get the big head. Don't think that you're accomplishing whatever goals or however well you're doing. Don't think you're doing it by yourself, because you're not. Life is a long lesson, really, in humility. So always recognize those who are helping you out. Always give others credit, and always be thankful for the strength and the health and the blessings you get all the way around, and the teammates that you have, and the family and the friends that you have that helps you reach your goals and aspirations and the success that you experience. You're blessed, and we thank God for you, but just don't get the big head thinking that those successes come just because you're the great one, because it's not the case. You're not as all of that as you think. You got a lot of people around you that helps you accomplish those goals and aspirations. So stay humble and be grateful and thankful for what you've been blessed with.
Outstanding opening play here for this edition of Pep Talk, and what great segue than that to welcome in our first guest, whose name is Monica Burke, and she is with the East Chattanooga Health Improvement Program. And the reason why I say it's a great segue, because not only is this a wonderful fitness program, but it is involving your friends. It is that group of teammates that cheers you on to urge you to lose weight, get into shape, whatever those goals may be. And this is the perfect program for anyone that is out there, all adults. I've visited it many times, and we've even had a couple of children's success stories that have been part of this program as well at both Avondale and at Carver. And Monica, we certainly do appreciate you joining us here this evening for Pep Talk.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, Monica Burke.
Yes,
hey, but
sir.
you know, as we sat here and talked a little while, you know, it's always good to find out your roots, where you come from. Who you belong to.
Okay.
The chip off the old block.
Okay.
And as we talked, I discovered that you're the daughter of James Moreland.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's my daddy.
That's your daddy. And as his name came up, you just began to smile and just kind of swell up a little bit, feeling good.
Definitely a daughter, a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
All the way.
I could tell, and I can tell how proud you were to be identified with such a great man. That's making a difference and really helped a lot of people, and we just want to give him a shout out. And it's a blessing to have you in the studio and to talk about what the Chattanooga Improvement, East Chattanooga Improvement Health Program is doing. Let's talk about that. Why East Chattanooga Health Improvement Program?
Well, first of all, it's free. Okay, it's a free program, and one of the things with our program we wanted to do was to bring the program to the community.
Yeah.
And with us being at Avondale Recreation Center as well as Carver, we are in the community. So that's one thing that I'm very proud of.
Now, some people think sometimes when something is free that it's not good, it's not worth paying for, or it's not quality. Let's dispel that myth right away.
Definitely. Okay, the program, when I say free, it doesn't cost you money, but it costs you your commitment.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that in joining this program, when I sit down and talk to you about becoming a participant, that's the first thing I talk about is bringing your commitment. And we have a 12-week program. We do a cycle every 12 weeks. And that's one of the things that I just consist on. Are you ready to commit? So it's free as far as not money, but it's going to cost you your commitment.
Yeah, and your commitment is going to get you some results, right?
Exactly.
So if folk out there listening and they're really thinking about trying to kick off a new year, 2014, because a lot of times people thinking about what are they going to do in fitness and wellness. This is the first thing come to people's mind. They want to do something different. They want to get off to New Year to a good start and be a little bit healthier, body, mind, and spirit. This is a good way to go.
It is. And just to tell you a little bit more about the program, we are a wellness program. And we just don't deal with the physical aspect. We deal with the spiritual. So spiritual aspect of the program as well. So it's sort of a holistic. We deal with the whole man.
Yeah.
The whole man. So
talk a little bit more about that. What does that mean for our listening audience?
As far as the physical, we have weekly exercise classes at both centers where we work out Monday through Friday, beginning at 5 o'clock up to 7:30.
Okay.
Also, we have weekly Bible studies, and we are really blessed that our trainers, we have licensed trainers that are also our Bible teachers. So what we do in that hour that we have the exercise class, which normally goes an hour, we do 30 minutes of really hard exercise, and then 30 minutes of Bible study that's also included. And another thing as far as the spiritual aspect, before we get started, we come together. I know everybody's busy, they rushing in. We just come together, hold hands, and pray before we exercise. And that's just a calmness that comes over us, and then we get to work.
All right. Well, I got a feeling, looking at who's leading some of these exercise classes, Carol Boom Boom Meredith, you need to pray the way she exercises you.
Yes. Carol is a heavy hitter.
Yeah. Asking the Lord for his help and blessings on you, huh?
But with Carol, though, but she's a success story as well, and that's part of the reason why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
She absolutely is. Carol has lost over 100 pounds. And so she looks good. She works us out hard. And so we really do appreciate Carol, what she brings.
Yeah. Carol, one of my former students and good friends, and she is a good role model and definitely practices what she preaches and teaches.
Yes.
Not only physically, but spiritually as well.
And we have a couple of more heavy hitters. We have Carol Lumpkin. We nicknamed her Killer Carol because she puts it on us as well.
So you got Boom Boom Carol and you got Killer Carol.
Killer Carol, yes.
Ooh.
And we also bring in our forefront. We have a male instructor as well, Yancey Thomas, and he brings the boom as well.
Oh, yeah?
So we have some great instructors. Also, the program, one of the things that's important to us is that we focus on with this program is hypertension, diabetes, and one of the things is we have professionals, doctors, nurses to come in once a month and do an educational class. So not only are we getting the physical, the spiritual, but we're also getting the education. And then we also have a weight management coach that comes in. We're going to start that January the 6th when we start our next 12 weeks, which will be January the 6th. Our health coach, Rosalind Harris Tyler, is going to start up with some nutrition. So she gives us nutritional guidelines, how to count calories, how to read labels, all of that. She does that as well.
Right.
And then we also have nurses that comes in twice a month to take the blood pressure and weigh us in, so we can keep track of our progress.
Well, I tell you, it's a very well-rounded program. We are blessed to be in partnership with East Chattanooga Health Program, Wellness Program, and Memorial Healthcare System. They're part of this collaborative youth and family development, all of us working together.
Yes, sir.
And concerned about the city of Chattanooga, the families in Chattanooga, health, and overall wellness. So it gives us an opportunity to share our facilities and staff and what you all bring to the table, the commitment that you all have to help families be more healthy as we go into this new year. So give them, how do they get involved with the program? Those out there listening, they really want to kick off a new year. They don't have the resources to go and join the YMCA, all the big dollars necessarily, but they can go to these centers.
Come to the centers. Yes, sir. Come to the centers, and we will, I will usually be the person that will be the contact person, that I'll sit and go over the ins and outs of the program, and then they can, when they call me, what I normally tell them to do, come prepared to exercise. Yeah. So we'll get you signed up and get you started.
All right. What's the phone number?
The phone number to contact us is 423-504-6260.
And, of course, the times of these classes, mainly in the evening hours.
Yes. Avondale Recreation Center has classes beginning at 5:30 Monday through Thursday. And then at Carver Recreation Center, we're also Monday through Thursday beginning at 5. And just so you'll know, at Avondale with Carol Boom Boom Boom, she does the aerobics, toning. She does that class. And also at Carver, we offer Zumba, which is at Tuesday at 6:15, Tuesdays and Thursdays with Killer Carol.
All right. You got any final thoughts you want to leave with our listening audience?
Well, I want to say we have been doing this program since October 2009, and many people have asked me through the years, why have your program been successful? How has that been? And I have to give all credit to God. This is a God thing. He started it from the beginning. We've added people, but that is the glue that have kept us together.
That's great. Well, we're glad to be in partnership with you, and we appreciate you, Monica Burke, with East Chattanooga Health Improvement Program, and partnering with us to continue to get the word out and improve the health and life of many families that come through our centers there at Avondale and there at our Carver Center. So go by and participate and kick off the new year with some good health, wellness programming, body, mind, and spirit. You heard it from Monica Thomas right here on PEP Talk, Groove 93. So, and we're going to keep it going here.
Yeah, we've got someone else that's joining us here because we know that, obesity, being overweight does affect our children. There's some staggering stats that are out there, and that's not something that we like to see. We want to keep our kids active, and one of my favorite quotes of all time is from General George Patton: "An active mind cannot exist in an inactive body." And one of the folks that we brought on with our City of Chattanooga's child care facility was Robert Maddox, who is joining us in the studio as well. And I know, Coach, he's a friend of yours and someone that you asked to come and join in our program and help us out, and know he's done great wonders. And Robert, we appreciate you stopping by here this evening for Pep Talk.
Well, I'm glad to be here, Brian. I appreciate the opportunity to come and share some of the things that the Youth and Family Development is starting to implement as far as our children are concerned. It's a continuum, and if you were listening earlier, you heard Monica talk about the adult side. We're looking at the young adult, the children side, and if we can get them included or starting to work out and exercise young, we just believe that it will be a lifelong adventure that they'll continue to enjoy, and also it impacts their learning capabilities. As you kind of said with George Patton, an idle mind cannot exist. An idle body and an idle mind don't go. So we try to keep all active as we can.
Well, I strongly believe, personally, if you start children out at an early age, active and thinking about participating and moving, this will carry over into the adult life. And this is one of the things that we are trying to push through our Youth and Family Development Center, and being responsible for our child care centers and Head Start in the city of Chattanooga as part of our Youth and Family Development Centers. We want to enhance, escalate, and promote fitness and wellness, physical education, recreation, athletics, all that at a younger, earlier age, as well as our academics as we push. And I think that's important for us to do.
And when you talk about the academic side, if you can incorporate some of the academics and educational learning process when you're just having kids enjoying themselves and playing, they have a tendency to hold on to it a little longer, and they enjoy it, and before they realize it, they're actually learning some new things, and they hold on to it. They take it with them wherever they may be going. They're learning to count. They're learning to identify different parts of their body. They're just learning, and they're doing it in an atmosphere that they're relaxed, and it's not a lot of pressure. But at the end of the day, at the end of those sessions, they leave away a little bit more educated, if you will, than they were, and they're a lot stronger as far as physical and conditioning their bodies than they were when they came in.
One of the things that we're trying to do there at our site, at the Youth and Family Development Child Care site here in the West Side, is these children that's getting the wellness, the fitness, and the physical education, as well as the academics, in an intense way under your leadership, Mr. Maddox. We want to show and prove that at an early age, those who are getting more fitness, exercise, recreation, along with the academics prior to going into school, will be better prepared and more ready physically and academically as it relates to them getting the attention with the professional at an early age. Talk to us about how you see things progressing with motor skills being developed, with intentional activities and programming being done as you're presenting at this young age.
It's kind of like I said earlier, when you're working on the motor skills and their gross motor skills and fine motor skills, and they are not really just being focused on working on those skills, and they're doing it in an active manner. They're doing it playing games, and they're doing it listening to you talk to them and acting on what you're telling them. It carries a lot more weight. It allows them to be active and learning, and that process is an easier process for the kids. They don't feel pressured because, you know, you kind of ask them, can you throw left-handed? Can you stand on this foot? Can you do this? But just in the activities that we do, you get a chance to observe that they're actually standing on one foot. They know their left and right. They know how to weather elbow. They know how to hop. They know how to skip. They are incorporating all of those things in the activities, and they're not just being pinpointed in one direction. You know, as with adults, if you answer something straightforward, we get a little apprehensive. But if we're just doing it and you kind of bring it to my attention later, you know, you just hop, you just skip. They're kind of amazed, but at the same time, they just incorporate it in their activities and they continue to do it.
Well, we know our society and child obesity is a big thing, and we're working hard to eliminate or reduce child obesity, and we play a major role in it. And First Lady Michelle Obama has initiated some programming throughout the country that targets childhood obesity, and we are taking advantage of some of that. How do you incorporate this into the food that they eat or the diet that they are involved in? Do you all talk about that any?
Yeah, well, with the diet that they're eating, excuse me, it's going to be all-inclusive with the family as well as us at the centers. We just have to direct our kids into a more healthy way of eating. A lot of times children will tell you they don't like this vegetable or that vegetable. But if you do a little research and ask them, they probably haven't really tried it. They just heard what people say. So once you can get them to try those vegetables, try those different foods, they generally like them and they want to continue to eat them. So this program, this process will not just be successful within the centers. We're going to have to take it into the homes. The parents are going to have to be involved. They're going to have to start to monitor what the children are eating, get them to understand the food groups and how they work as far as their body, getting them proper sleep, getting them, as we're doing now, get them to exercise. All of that is, excuse me, all of that is going to play a part in the children. And again, I just think it's a lifelong learning process. But if we can get them interested in it earlier, as we're trying to do now, as we're implementing, it just carries on for a longer period of time within their lives.
All right. We want to take this opportunity to thank you for dropping by. I know our mayor, Andy Burke, is very interested, as we've talked on several occasions, in helping our families develop overall. And one of the things that he's interested in, how do students become smarter and how do families become stronger? And academically, physically, and spiritually, overall, to develop the things that will help them be ready and prepared for school. And when they're getting school, how do they be successful? And how do children learn and grow and be prepared for college and become productive citizens and ready for the workforce? And our mayor is really working hard to help us have the tools and for our families to be equipped and getting this information and all the skills necessary for our families to be successful in the city of Chattanooga. So this is a part of the process. Thank you, Mr. Maddox, for dropping by. And those of you who are listening, play an active role in helping us develop our families, develop our students, and the vision that Mayor Burke is putting forth for the city of Chattanooga to develop our students and families to be better. Thank you. Hey, we got to take a break. You're listening to Pep Talk. This is Lerone Coach Jennings with co-host Brian Smith. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Some of the love in your heart, you keep saying yes. Are you to blame? Could it
Chattanooga's Department of Youth and Family Development is inviting you to experience more than fun and games. Our 17 YFD centers offer after-school activities, homework help, and now featuring the Lexia computer-based literacy program free to youth and parents. Each center is open weekly until 6 p.m. during the winter break. Adults are encouraged to use our locations too. Activities, rentals, meetings, fitness, swimming, and more, including 3 senior and cultural civic centers. Call 643-6096, visit ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com or Facebook Chattanooga Youth and
For the
Family.
holidays, Groove 93 WMPZ. We return you now to Pep Talk. Everyone needs one with Lerone, Coach Jennings, and Brian Smith.
All right, Chattanooga, welcome back to Pep Talk. Everybody needs one. And we know you're getting words of encouragement no matter what you're going through, what you're dealing with, how difficult life may be. You're still special. You still have an opportunity to impact other people's lives and be encouraged. Hang in there. You can get it done with the help of others.
Well, before we roll into the second quarter of Pep Talk here this evening on this last Monday of the new year, we do want to let folks know that they can access the entire fitness schedule by going to ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com. And, of course, it mentions more about Monica's program at Avondale and Carver. And, of course, ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com will provide more information about our child care facilities. And before we welcome in our second guest here for the second quarter, we always like to take this time of Pep Talk to talk about Coach's Action Play.
It's time for this week's Action Play.
All right, Chattanooga. You know, one of the things I often think about every now and then as I share leadership nuggets, I always think about leaders is always making things happen for the good of others. And leadership is often about providing options when there are none. And as we think about the things that Chattanooga needs, I can honestly say we have a great leader, and Mayor Andy Burke has been a great example for us, because the things that is happening and the changes that are being made is to help Chattanooga become positioned and poised for families and others to benefit greatly. So, changes are good. It doesn't always satisfy or please others, but it's beneficial. And I want to say to Mayor Andy Burke, thank you. Keep up the good work. You're making things happen for the good of others. And hang in there. We're all pulling for you, and we're with you. Leaders make things happen, and it's not always popular.
Outstanding action play here for Pep Talk. And one thing that we've mentioned even at the very beginning of this show is Mr. Mayor Andy Burke has certainly been the people's mayor, and he certainly has been out in public and talked with many folks that are out there from all across the city of Chattanooga. And we know that he is committed. And speaking of someone that is committed, one of the programs that I love when I first joined into this department was what we do for folks of all abilities, and our Therapeutic Recreation Division is doing just that. They're saying anything that anybody else can do, we can do it, and in some cases, when I compare myself, they can do it better. And we're talking about high adventure outdoor activities, all the way to social clubs, going to games and Senior Olympics or Special Olympics, and so on and so forth. So a wonderful program, and we're happy to bring in Elaine Adams, who is the director of our Therapeutic Recreation Division. And Elaine, you've been doing it very strong for several years now, and have an outstanding program and one that is followed exclusively by so many folks here in the city of Chattanooga. And welcome to Pep Talk.
Thanks so much for having me tonight.
Hey, Elaine Adams. We finally got you back in the studio, and we're glad you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
All right. Congratulations. You're always doing a great job out there in the field, and you're very inspirational to a lot of people. You work with people with various disabilities and great spirits of encouragement, and fire all of us up. And we're glad that you always keep the right spirit and attitude as well. Talk to us a little bit about what led you to get into the profession of working in therapeutic recreation.
Yeah, well, actually, originally it was definitely not something that I thought I was going to go to school for, and But just kind of, I was very interested in outdoor recreation, and through that took a therapeutic recreation class, and really just saw the need and found the desire to open up all different activities, whether it be social, whether it be educational, whether it be recreational, activities for individuals with a variety of disabilities.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And once you got involved, you just kind of got hooked on it.
I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What gives you the greatest joy as you see people with varying disabilities become so successful or try so hard and still experience such great joy and enjoyment, giving their best and enjoying what they do?
You know, I really think it is about getting people to realize that they can do.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many people are told they can't do things all their lives. And so to really open up that opportunity and show somebody that they can do something, it's really a great thing. As well as the parents, to see the parents, and if they have a child with a disability, and to see, usually a parent's kind of felt those same things and they've been told their child can't do, or their child's different. And for their child to really be just like every other child, whether they're, participating in certain activities or, around their peers having fun, it's a great thing to see the parents' joy come from that as well.
Since I've been with the city of Chattanooga, I've learned so much about what we offer. And I'm like most people out there that don't know everything or all the things that we offer so many people in the city of Chattanooga. Talk to us about what's available for many of our citizens here in the city of Chattanooga in the area of disabilities.
Yeah, they're like you said, and like Brian said, we offer so many different activities, from social events to social clubs to educational programs to high adventure programs like rock climbing and kayaking, as well as a variety of sports activities, as well as art programming as well. So really across the board, you name it. We try and not only offer those programs, but also help to get individuals involved in the other programs that we have going on throughout our department as well.
Yeah. And what are some of the other organizations that we work with that help share the responsibility of providing services for disadvantaged and disabled citizens in the city of Chattanooga? Yeah,
that is definitely one thing with therapeutic recreation, our programs in general. We really have a lot of community support, and we reach out to a lot of community partners. And that comes from, not only from volunteers from all ages and all walks of life to the different organizations here in town, like the Autism Center, like the Down Syndrome Society, like the local organizations like the Creative Discovery Museum. We work with them a lot.
Yeah.
And so, from your rehab hospitals and your therapists that are associated with those as well. So.
Now, what about, do you need volunteers?
Absolutely. We're always looking for volunteers. We have a mighty but small staff, and so with that, we rely on the community a lot, and rely on the support and those that really want to give their time and give back.
When we think about kicking 2014 New Year off, what are some of your New Year dreams, aspirations for therapeutic recreation? Those out there listening, trying to figure out what they can do to be more impactful or effective or helpful in this new year coming up. And here's a wonderful program that has such great need and could impact so many lives with people with disabilities. What are some of the things that volunteers can be thinking about doing or helping you do, our department do, that would bring such joy to individual lives? What are some of the things that they could think about volunteering to help out with.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It doesn't have to be a huge commitment. You know, I know everybody's always pressed for time, and so if somebody's looking just to give a couple hours, you know, once a month, we've got very large events that we need lots of help with, like maybe it's with our prom or maybe it's with a Valentine's dance. But if somebody wants to give a little bit more time and on a weekly basis, you know, they might come out and help us with our basketball program. They might come out on a Saturday and help us with our wheelchair basketball program. Yeah. It might be that we have a dance program and we're always looking for peer dancers, you know, to dance beside individuals and to help give that one-on-one assistance.
And one of the things I want to mention, too, is that you've had actual teams, cheerleading teams that have come in and worked. I know one of the cheerleaders, can't remember the school, but came in and worked with the All Dolled Up event here, and that was cheerleaders from a local high school giving back their time as well. So you can come in as literally a team.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, and that's a great point. You know, we're always looking for, whether it's groups or organizations or just individuals that want to come out and give their time. And, you know, it's definitely, we have the, you know, we have a little training process, so you don't have to know about individuals with disabilities. You don't have to feel uncomfortable. And, you know, we're going to be there to help support you and make sure it's a successful event for everybody.
Yeah. You may have an individual out there that want to make some type of, you have equipment, specialty equipment for individuals.
Absolutely.
And they want to get in touch with you to find out more personally what some of your specialty equipment or ways that they can get more involved. Talk to them about how they can get in touch with you and talk to you more personal about things that you may need.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we definitely want people to feel free to call, you know, not only to spread the word and to tell others about our program, but feel free to call myself if they have questions about how to get involved or what kind of equipment that they themselves or their child might need. And they can reach me at 423-697-1345.
Say that again for them.
423-697-1345.
All right. And a parent out there that's listening, and you want to give them a word of encouragement. They have a child that's disabled, and give them a little pep talk and a word of encouragement about that child that's struggling, and how do you get them encouraged to keep pushing forward and participating.
Yeah, and I would definitely encourage them to, we have a great newsletter, encourage them to come and meet myself or my counterpart, Jesse, to talk about how we can get them involved. It's also a great support network for parents as well. Yeah. To really come together at these programs and the parents really create a support. So it's a great thing.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank you, your commitment and involvement. The times I'm around you, you're always inspiration and thinking about ways to continue to grow the program, build it, and reach more students and provide more opportunities for those individuals. So as we go into 2014, we're going to look for a good year, a better year, and keep thriving.
Absolutely.
And striving to make things better for our citizens here in the city of Chattanooga. So thank you for your leadership.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, we're going to stop right here and take another break. You're listening to Pep Talk. This is Lerone Coach Jennings and Brian Smith. We'll be right back with you.
The best is yet to come. Show me your smile, I'll fill it with laughter that will light your mind. As long as we believe the best is yet to come. Can you see what I see on the road ahead? Do you know there's a new life there? Waiting there. Give me the world and I'll give you heaven. Love will set us free.
Chattanooga's Department of Youth and Family Development is dedicated to enhancing the lives of citizens of Chattanooga. Education, leadership training, career development, recreation, and wraparound services are available for youth, adults, and seniors. YFD offers over 20 neighborhood centers, including senior and cultural facilities. We're improving reading skills for our youth daily. Our social services are getting people back on their feet, and our child care, Head Start, recreation, sports, and fitness programs for all ages and abilities are as vibrant as ever. Check us out. Get involved. Volunteer.
And now,
Visit
back to Pep Talk. Everyone needs one with Lerone, Coach Jennings, and Brian Smith.
Calling all customers. If you're looking for that ultimate authentic taste of quality cooking, now you've got it. Lamont on Dodge is open every Wednesday through Friday from 11:30 until 8 o'clock p.m. for that true Southern experience.
All right, welcome back to Pep Talk. Everybody needs one, and we thank you for staying with us all the way. And we got another guest back here in the studio. What we got going on, Brian? You okay?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good here. We're rolling our way into the third quarter of a Pep Talk, and usually about this time we like to welcome in one of our quarterbacks. We've been highlighting some of our facility managers here over the last several weeks, and this evening we are welcoming in our Aquatics director. Her name is Peggy Grall, and she does a absolutely wonderful job with our 3 indoor pools as well as our 2 outdoor pools, and that does include Warner Park and our Spray Park and water fitness and swim lessons. And she's going to talk a little bit more about that. And also, she has brought in a young man, Armand Kinsey, who is a local guy from North Chattanooga who learned how to swim through our program and then worked his way up into stroke class and then earned himself a lifeguard scholarship. And now he works with the City of Chattanooga's Youth and Family Development. And we appreciate both of you joining us here this evening. And Peggy, I think we'll start off with you about some of the great programs and great things you have coming up, including, I know a little bit later on this week, we are signing up kids for swim lessons.
Right. We're heading into 2014 by kicking off our swim registration on January 2nd. We will offer a full program of preschool, school age, and adult lessons along with lifeguard skills class and then into our lifeguard classes.
All right. And what about some of those water fitness classes that you have?
We offer 14 water fitness classes a week, both at the South Chattanooga Recreation Center and the Brainerd Complex. We've got classes that meet everybody's schedule. We've got morning classes and early evening classes. And we also have an arthritis program that meets Tuesday and Thursday morning at 11 o'clock at the Brainerd Complex.
And I think I'll ask you one more question, because one of the hidden secrets here of the City of Chattanooga is that we actually have a swim team, the Chattanooga Sharks, that do compete here locally and regionally, and you guys have been doing great so far this season. The season, I believe, was about halfway over here so far, but it's still a great building program and one that competes locally.
Right. We're heading into the last half of the season. We've got meet coming up the 11th and 12th at the McCauley School, and then we'll go into our 8 and under championships and our district championships in mid-February at the Baylor School.
What age group is that to participate?
We will do 6 years old up until our oldest swimmer right now is 14. And we also work with the Chattanooga Penguins, which is a swim team for kids with disabilities.
All right. I tell you, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to see. We've had another one of our swimmers that came out of the East Chattanooga Recreation Center that competed in her first meet early in December at Dalton, and she was really excited. She also learned to swim in our program and in the free learn to swim lessons, and then moved right up to swim team, and she's really, really excited about being on the team.
Hey, Peggy, we was talking about a couple of weeks ago the program that we have that really promotes teaching minorities how to swim and ultimately becoming lifeguards, because that is something that really is being promoted nationally. Talk a little bit about that. And I think there's a scholarship program that's available, and we're looking for people to get involved in that particular program.
Right. We are into our 9th season of a fundraiser with the Chattanooga River Rats, which is an adult master's swim team that swims out of the McCauley School early morning. I like getting up that early.
Right. And how early?
How early? 6 a.m.
Well, that's not too bad.
So it's not too bad, but it's early. It starts your day off great with a good swim in the morning. And it's either a 1.2 mile or 4.5 mile swim down the Tennessee River. All proceeds from that event go directly to our lifeguard scholarship. So we will provide a lifeguard skills training class that will work on all the skills for the kids that they need to pass the lifeguard scholarship. They'll go through an interview with the team from the River Rats, and apply for a position with us. Once they complete the lifeguard class, we will offer them a job at one of our 4 facilities for the summer.
Yeah. So you're out there listening. I got, someone. We want to make this available. This is part of a recruitment process here. We need more students. And what age range are we looking for?
We're looking for students and swimmers 15 and up.
All right. So get the word out there for us. This could lead into a summer job and maybe a career in the aquatics profession.
And I think we actually have a young man joining us here this evening that has gone through all those ranks and all those steps here. And I know Peggy's talked awfully a lot about our young man, Armand Kinsey, who is joining us from North Chattanooga Centers, where he would venture into, but then learn how to swim, and now is employed with us here. And Armand, we appreciate you joining us here this evening.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
All right, talk to us about what encouraged you or what led you to get involved into the swim program.
Well, I started swimming when I was young. My godmother, she just threw me in the pool, and I just started swimming. It was fun. It was a lot of work, just dealing with everything, school, band, just learning how to swim. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, how old were you then when you started?
Actually, it wasn't that long ago. About 15.
Oh, yeah?
Started this lifeguard program at 15. Now I'm 16.
So just about a year ago, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what school are you at?
I'm at Red Bank High School.
And you started out at South Chattanooga?
Yes, sir.
All right. So did you work last summer?
Yes, I did. This is my first year of working. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work. Made a good amount of money, which is always good.
True.
That always helps, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if you got students out there that's listening, give them a little pep talk. Why should they participate in the program?
Guys, you should all come out. I mean, I'm there. There are always friends there. You always have somebody there for you. It's fun. You don't have to stay inside all day. You can come out, enjoy the sun, take a lap. Always great.
Yeah.
Now, did you learn how to swim at 15 or just joined the lifeguard program at 15?
I joined the lifeguard program at 15. I started training regularly about age 10. That's when I started going down to South Chat and Brainerd.
And that's when you learned how to swim, was about age 10 or so?
Yes, sir.
And, why is that important? Because I know sometimes we do have a struggle with trying to get minorities to learn how to swim. I know there's other interests that are out there, but we have great success stories that are out there. There's myths, there's stereotypes, unfortunately, that are out there, but none of them are true because we have great examples like yourself and several other minorities that are involved in our program, involved in our lifeguard program, and they've made great success. Why has that been important to you, and maybe what kind of lesson can you learn from when you started and pass on to parents?
I mean, there were plenty of times I wanted to just quit, stay home, and watch TV. But, I kept trying. My godmother was always pushing me, telling me that, you can do it. You can be that one person who does something different, not just stay on the streets, get yourself just doing anything bad. I thought it was great, just find something that I was really good at. Swimming just turned out to be one of them, and it turned out pretty good now.
And only so if you're making lots of money.
And it's paying off. It's paying off, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we want to thank you, Armand, for stopping by and being one of our shining stars in our Youth and Family Development Center, and under the tutelage of Peggy Grall. And good job, Peggy. You keep up your good work, and we need you to continue to help us find these fish in the sea, and we appreciate what you're doing. Okay. Any final comments or thoughts you'd like to share with us?
I'd like to thank Miss Peggy, my godmother, just everybody out there who helped me and watched me swim, make sure I was doing all the right things.
All right. Thank you.
And I think you said something very important there, because they came and they watched him swim. And that's encouragement, as it is right there, being involved in your children's life, involved in what they do no matter what it is, because you mentioned you're in band as well. What instrument do you play?
I play clarinet.
Clarinet. So, the parents to come out and watch and cheer him on no matter what he does, and I think that's a statement in itself. And Peggy, I want to bring you back in because I want to give out the phone number for folks that are interested in the lifeguard program or at the very beginning, swim lessons.
Yeah, I can be contacted at 423-697-1385. 423-697-1385.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
All right, we greatly appreciate Peggy and Ahmad coming in here this evening as we slowly wrap up this edition of PEP Talk. We do have a few announcements here as we roll into the fourth quarter before we send it away for the year of 2013 and welcome in 2014. So we'll run through some of these announcements. All centers are open normal times tomorrow for New Year's Eve, but they will close on New Year's Day. Of course, our YFD centers are open 10:30 until 6 p.m., Monday through Saturday until school returns, and then we go back on to our normal schedules, opening up at 11:30 to 8 o'clock. Want to mention, as we talked briefly about at the top of the show, the 2014 citywide fitness schedule is available for download at ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com. Just look under the fitness facilities or under events there on the left-hand side of your screen, and you will see the schedule that does include dozens of free line dancing classes, free and low-cost Zumba classes, senior aerobics, yoga, water fitness, and much more. Of course, the schedule does include more information about the Chattanooga Fitness Center, which is open to the public daily and only costs $1 to visit. And as we mentioned many times, one of the great things about low cost and free fitness programs is that you can come, you can try it out, see what you like, and you're not tied down to a contract or anything like that. As mentioned, we will begin swim lessons registration this Thursday for both Brainerd and South Chattanooga heated pools. Lessons are $34 for 8 half-hour lessons, and they are available for pre-K all the way through adults. And lessons at Brainerd are on Saturday mornings, while lessons are at South Chattanooga during the weekday evening. And for more information, you can call Peggy at 697-1385, and our entire water fitness schedule is available for you online, again, at ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com. We're calling out middle and high schoolers for our annual Blacklight Dodgeball Tournament that's taking place at Hickson Youth and Family Development Center. That is going to happen Saturday, January 25th. Teams are free to play, but you must register. That's right, Blacklight Dodgeball. That's dodgeball under the lights. You can call to register at 490-9289. It was a wonderful event last year, and it's going to be another great one again this year. That's Blacklight Dodgeball at Hickson Youth and Family Development Center on Saturday, January 25th. Seniors, we want to let you know that both Eastgate Senior Center and North River Civic Center are offering a large number of activities, from card games to computer classes and a whole lot more. For a complete list of activities, you're welcome to call and contact the folks at Northgate Civic Center at 870-8924. Also ask about their wonderful concert series they have each and every month. Or you can contact the folks out of Eastgate Senior Center, a very lively group where they have line dancing and great events, including plenty of food. They fed me well twice this past month. 855-9444 is the phone number for Eastgate Senior Center there at Eastgate Mall. Want a list of ongoing activities for all of your youth and family development centers? Well, visit ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com. Click under the Youth and Family Development Centers button there on the left-hand side. Each location has been updated for 2014, including plenty of information about our Alexia reading program and much more about after-school activities, including homework help and free tutoring. And the City of Chattanooga's 3-star accredited child care program does have openings that are available for pre-K through 12 years old. For more information, call 757-0953. And our Head Start program is also available at 493-9750. And lastly, we want to let folks know that we understand it's getting cold outside, and if you or someone that you know could benefit from our social services, including our home energy assistance program or commodities distribution, you're welcome to contact our Wraparound Social Services Department. The phone number is 757-5541. That number again is 757-5541. They'll get you in contact with some great folks that will give out some assistance here for you or someone that you may know that could benefit from our Wraparound Social Services. So great program that we had here for PEP Talk, Coach, and I know it's been surrounded by the fitness and overall what you can benefit from fitness, not only by getting in shape, getting healthy, but the overall well-being of life here. And Coach, we call you Coach for a couple different reasons here. You're a great life coach and also been coach for many years here. And before we go into our closing play here, talk about maybe some of the things that you've done as that coach here, some of the things that, some life nuggets too that you've seen throughout the years and how it does benefit our students by keeping them active. Not necessarily playing sports, but just keeping them active.
Well, I think it's important, Brian, for us to keep our minds active. Reading, that has helped me, and I encourage students out there to always, what we read and absorb within our minds help us develop the right spirit, attitude, and the moral fiber that we need to make good decisions and have information to do well in life. Not only that, but it also helps us to continue to pursue, strive, and do the very best we can on an overall scale as we pursue our goals and aspirations. And finally, I think the way we treat other people and respect other people and attempt to get along with other people, whether we agree or disagree with what they believe in, I think it's important for us to always respect others' opinions and what they believe might not be agreeable to us, but how we respect them is very important. All of us can agree to disagree, but respecting each other is very important in terms of getting along.
Well, great pep talk show that we have here for this evening, the last one of 2013. And Coach, before we go, we always like to end our show with the closing play, and I will let you end Pep Talk 2013 with tonight's closing play.
As you think about 2014, just like 2013, you make resolutions, commitments, and plans. They are only thoughts, dreams, and things that you want to do. What's possible won't happen just because it's possible. You really got to make it happen. So I would encourage you, as you approach this 2014, make a commitment to do it, not just talk about it, because your success and progress in life will depend on you getting it done and not you just talking about it. And you can do it. This is Lerone Coach Jennings. You've been listening to Pep Talk. Let's get it done 2014. That's what it's all about. God bless you. Have a good one.
You have been listening to Pep Talk with Coach Lerone Jennings and Brian Smith. Brought to you by the City of Chattanooga, Department of Youth and Family Development. Creating ways for everyone to help parent the city.
We gotta change it, just you and me.
Chattanooga's Department of Youth and Family Development is inviting you to experience more than fun and games. Our 17 YFD centers offer after-school activities, homework help, and now featuring the Lexia computer-based literacy program free to youth and parents. Each center is open weekly until 6 p.m. during the winter break. Adults are encouraged to use our locations too. Activities, rentals, meetings, fitness, swimming, and more, including 3 senior and cultural civic centers. Call 643-6096, visit ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com, or Facebook Chattanooga Youth and Family. Chattanooga's Department of Youth and Family Development is dedicated to enhancing the lives of citizens of Chattanooga. Education, leadership training, career development, recreation, and wraparound services are available for youth, adults, and seniors. YFD offers over 20 neighborhood centers, including senior and cultural facilities. We're improving reading skills for our youth daily. Our social services are getting people back on their feet, and our child care, Head Start, recreation, sports, and fitness programs for all ages and abilities are as vibrant as ever. Check us out. Get involved. Volunteer. Visit ChattanoogaYouthAndFamily.com.